a king. To the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's the man of a king? To the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? To the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? To the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. And on this powerful Wednesday, oh yeah, Odin will be proud. I want to say thank you for coming back, and I also want to give a shout out to who was first. E-Ranks, what's good, sir? Give a shout out to you for being in here first. Eric Von Eric definitely is going to be on your neck. I for sure know that. But for everybody out there from New York, you know what it is. You know what you know. Lieutenant Hawk was good. Robert was good. Eric Von Eric, definitely. Who else is in here? All right, good. Let's share that out. Void Rat, what's going on? And Cog Genius, whatever. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. But yes, sir, Magnum Force was good. I want to thank each and every last one of you for being here today, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So if you didn't know, now you know. Xbox is taking us completely serious. Now, this is the first time that I've seen that they're addressing individuals on a singular basis. Yeah, Jason Ronald told you, if you got back compat problems, hit me up in my DMs. What? What? Excuse me? What? That within itself is kind of crazy. Now, hold on. Let me fix this super chat goal up here, because we already reached that. I already ordered that. That was already a thing. So, all right. Let me end the goal. What is a new goal that you think that we should go for? What goofy, googly mook stuff that y'all want to have me do? Y'all don't got to super chat it. Y'all can just put it in there. Shout out to Bone Slave. Yo, we 1 month and a week away from chilling, Bone. On God and them. My man, newly married, out here doing the thing. It's a wonderful thing to see, definitely. I'm going to tell you right now, if you got a significant other and you love that significant other, show them. Show them. Don't talk it. Walk it. Be about it. And I ain't going to hold you. Bone has been a stand-up dude ever since I met him. So that's why he's family. Stand-up people stand around each other. Mick Fig, what's good? Silver Phoenix, what's going on? George Parcells, I salute you, soldier. Lamont Davis, what's going on? Xbox Financials just came out a couple of hours ago. You got me on, whatchamacallit, on Twitter? DM me him. I didn't see Xbox Financials. Hold on, let me pull up Xbox Financials. Let me pull that up. Let me see if I can get that Xbox. Financials. Let's see what's going on here. Based on Microsoft earning reports, quarter reports of recent leadership changes, Xbox division is undergoing major return to Xbox pivot. New leadership marked by significant financial business update as of April 29th, 2026. A decline in hard. Okay, so we're going to talk about this. This is going to be a thing that we're going to talk about. Oh, hold on. Let me fix that because talk to speech was off. I apologize, sir. George Parcells, member for 25 months, Soldier X rank. I salute you, Soldier. Been playing Vampire Crawlers on Game Pass, very addicting, just like Survivors. Yes, I downloaded it and I was going to play it. I have an NDA game that I'm playing right now, and I'm trying to end as much stuff as possible because we're supposed to do a review of it, but we're going to address it on ILP because being that all of us have access to it. So they gave all four lords access to the game. So we're all going to have a conversation about the game. And I want to know when the game releases, I got a conversation for you guys because I do want to know your opinion on it. So first and foremost, dress up like a samurai. Okay, so we got dress up like a samurai. You got your confirmation email? That's right. Salute, Soldier. Definitely. Boom. It's up, baby. All right. So we got dress up. We got dress up like a samurai. Okay. What else? That's the only thing that you got? Dress up like a samurai? I mean, thank you. I appreciate who said dress up like a samurai? Shinzo? All right, that's smart man. Or woman. I don't know. Give me a whatchamacallit. Somebody at least give me something else to work with because I'll put up dressed like a samurai up there. You know, I already did show enough. Y'all already saw me do show enough for Halloween. That was what's up. Y'all enjoyed that. I had fun with it. You know how I do. Let me see what y'all got over here. Do Pimpin' Curly, 50 Cent. So I can snap on Rick Ross all day. Boy. Sorry. Every time I hit that button, I hit that button from there. I got you guys. When I see y'all going crazy, that's I said, okay. So I said, speaking of value, because I said value. Speaking of value, Iron Lords have a relationship with Neo Joe. Yo, y'all got to see the new mic setup in the other room. So you see how this arm is bent, is down and it's up, and I keep hitting the finger right here. The other way, it can't. The arm comes from this side and it angles down. And this is on top, right? So it's like the cancellation button is on top. I can't hit the cancellation button on the other arm. It's in reverse. It's on that side. So it's I can't hit it. Right? So Yeah, all you need is one mic. So okay, so yeah, listen, HypeX, they do their thing, and our partnership with them is incredible. So you're gonna see the other setup in the other room. You're gonna love it. I'm setting it up. I'm working on that. My wife is mad at me, so but it is what it is. But I was talking about the value proposition, right? And a friend of mine was hitting me up talking about Neo Geo, asking me questions. King, what do you think about the Neo Geo stuff? I know I saw your video, but what do you think about it? And I, told them, we're talking with PlayOn, we having a relationship with Atari, and I'm a huge Neo Geo fan. I've been a Neo Geo fan my whole life. I've, purchased the original console. I had probably 90 to 99% of their games. Some of the games that didn't come over from Japan, I got them imported. I did a whole bunch of things. I was going crazy when it came to Neo Geo. So the bottom line to it was, he was asking me, is he going to find it in a discount bin? And I said, never. You have never came across a Neo Geo console that you can find in a discount bin. You can go get an older console right now that is still selling for $500-$600, and depending on if you get it brand new in the box, that thing is going to be like $1,000, right? And that's just the console itself. But the only drawback with the old school Neo Geo console is you have to build in a different type of switcher in order to watch it on modern televisions, because it just comes with composite. And the new console is a reimagining of the old console, remake, if you will. And it is for modern televisions. And it plays the old games. You just pop them in. So, and I was explaining to him, I said, and what it's going to do is going to crash the market, in the sense that all those old games that sell like $1,000 to $6,000, you got some games that's like $10,000. It's going to break that barrier, because they're going to remake those games, and those games will be $90. Now, of course, if right now you have the original, you can risk it if you want and hold on to it, sell it, get the new one. But some people won't. Some people will think that their old one will go up in value. I don't subscribe to that theory. I think the new one has more value than the old one. And if you want to risk it, that's you. But he looked at everything I said. I told him, I said, listen, the $1,000 package comes with 10 games that are $90 each, right? So look at that. That's $900 right there. It comes with an extra controller, which is $125, and that's the tabletop controller. Then it comes with the smaller handheld controller, and it comes with a memory card. Smaller handheld controller is $69, memory card is $40. And then you have the console itself. So basically, you're getting console for free, because remember, it's going to be shipping involved. So you're basically getting the console and the memory card, or the console and the controller, for free. I said, that's the best value proposition when it comes to it. You get the whole collection, you get a nice little box set, and then it starts you off 10 games in to your collection. I said, right now, where you have uncertainty when it comes to back compatibility with Xbox, and we're going to address that today, and you have PlayStation with the DRM stuff that they're trying to deny, and you got the PlayStation Defense Force running out there talking about, no, King, it ain't really real. What it really is shut the hell up. It's still DRM, and they're trying to be sneaky, and if you want to fall for it, you can fall for it as much as you like. I'm not falling for it, okay? I'm going to hold each and every last one of them accountable until I get the product that I want. And then if anybody want to let them slide, God bless. Do that. But know the moment that I don't log in, because I don't log into my PlayStation all the time. Know the moment that I log in and I try to play some of my older my games. They said that it doesn't affect the older ones, but the new ones, and I don't get a chance to play it. The level of burning them to the ground on this air, and I will make sure that it will be broadcast across the goddamn world. You will never see a fire like that ever. But I will hold them completely 100% accountable. I will go on everybody's platform running my damn mouth until it is heard. So trust and believe. They don't want to mess with me doing that. I see a lot of people, it's no. My $60, my $70 means a lot to me. But looking at the Neo Geo proposition, I'm not going to lie. I always wanted to keep my collection. But financially, in that time, cartridges being that much, you was pretty much trading them getting money off and getting the next cartridge, right? So that pretty much was it. Any one given time, I probably had tops 4 titles in my library. I had everything, but I had 4 titles in my library. And then when it got to CDs, I was able to collect more cheaper because they were like 60, 70 bucks, tops $80. And, trade value was less, but Neo Geo CDs was cool. Even though I went from a 1-speed CD to a 2-speed CD, and I think the next one was a 4 times CD speed. There was the worst CD players out of, like CD gaming devices out of all of them, especially through fighting games because they were loading in between fights, which made the cartridge version way better. But at the end of the day, I do want to build out my library. I already have, you see one of these PAX units right here, the white one? I already have one upstairs set to the side for the Neo Geo games, and I'm going to have shelves with them. And I just want to, how many games they come out with. I just want to build my library from there. I don't collect PlayStation games like that. I have some, don't have a lot. I have way too many Xbox 360 games, Xbox One games, and I have a couple of OG Xbox games. I don't think I have any series games because all my series games are digital. So that library is there. And that's probably like 500 Xbox games, maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. The Nintendo games, I got a lot of Nintendo games. Got DS games, got Switch games, got a ton of Switch games. And what is it? 3D, Nintendo 3DS, got a ton of those games. But my physical library is small, but I want a physical library that I could be super proud of. So when it comes to Neo Geo, I want to reconnect and recollect, if that makes any sense to you guys. So I don't know how many of you guys are into it or looking for it, but this is kind of creepy, like going forward to see what these guys are doing. So let me see. So y'all said it. Y'all thought it was just me. Y'all was going crazy, boy. Let me see. I'm saying, what's good, people? Dress up like a samurai. So you know what? Dress up like a samurai. Neo Geo 16-bit CPU runs at 12 megahertz. Sega Genesis CPU runs at it's crazy. Yeah, yep. You're right, live. Definitely. You know what? Samurai dress up. That's it. I don't care. Yeah, I'm gonna dress up like. Hold on. Let me make sure that there's nothing else here. Here, let me see. All right. You sure there's nothing else here? Nobody else is putting anything. Okay, cool. All right, let me see. Okay. Samurai costume or samurai dress up? All right, now, how much is a samurai costume? Hold on, let me see how much a samurai costume is, right? Yo, I like this stupidness. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh no, did I just lose it? Yeah, I just lost it. Hold on. Let me put in samurai costume. Yo, they got yo. All right, samurai costume. All right, hold on. Oh shoot. All right, yo. Yeah, first of all, it gotta fit me. Yo, okay. So y'all want a traditional Japanese joint like this? Okay. All right. Yo, hold on. Hell no. That's $195. Well, chill. Chill. All right, good. This one makes sense. All right, this one makes sense. Yo. What about this? Yo, and I'm gonna do Afro Samurai. Of course I'm gonna have an afro on. Of course I'm gonna have an afro on. All right. Yo, that joint is fire. All right, dress up like Afro Samurai. Hold on. All right. Oh, oh. Yo, I think y'all got issues, bro. I swear to God. I think y'all got issues. All right, cool. But that one was that price is kind of crazy. I had to go back. I had to find one that made sense because y'all dudes is wild crazy. All right. What's today's date? Okay, we want to start. Starting date is so end date. We're gonna give him 0, 7, 4, 7, 0, 7, 4, 7. All right, cool. Afro Samurai. Yo, messing with y'all. Y'all are crazy. Silver Samurai. All right, so when the goal is hit, then I will put a poll up in the chat. What color? Y'all will get a chance to pick the color. The afro. I already have an afro. I have a couple of afros. I have the curly afro. So you saw Lieutenant Holt say I do pimping curly. I got the curly afro. I got a regular afro, and I got you remember the clown afro, the clown wig afro. So we could bug out like that. And y'all always want to do the afro, not that the bun, the samurai bun when they hold their head in the bun. Pause. That's that drink some sake too? Hell no. I'm drinking sake on air. What are you trying to do? You trying to get me canceled, bro. You trying to get me canceled. All right, so look. Y'all wanted to talk about the Xbox finances, and I want to talk about the Xbox finances. So since y'all are here and you got PlayStation guys that's probably inside the chat, do you have any rare Xbox 360 games? I have a bunch of rare Xbox 360 games. I got some rare Xbox 360 games right here. You saw, oh snap, I gotta fix that. Well, you saw Attic playing Enchanted Arms. I have Enchanted Arms. I have the Enchanted Arms whole box set. Hold on, let me get back over here so y'all can see this. We'll get to those in a second. I got the whole Enchanted Arms real box set here with the limited edition graphic novel. If y'all can see that, in here. So, I actually, have the whole thing, and it reads backwards like a Japanese manga. I have a ton of two. I got like Two Human. I got Two Human. I think Two Human was probably one of the best RPGs. I wanted the whole story. It was supposed to be 3 of them. I never got it. And I have a ton of 360 games. I was very active in the 360 and very active with Xbox One, very active with OG Xbox. I got my original Halo. I got Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very active with them. So, and same thing with the racing games. I got the original Forza. I got all the Forzas up until 7. So huge Xbox supporter, from day one. Whose birthday is it? Happy birthday, Mo. Whose birthday? Big Man Mo is your birthday? Should you buy the Xbox Ally? Xbox ROG Ally X, you should buy. I can't recommend the regular Ally because I don't use it and don't have it. But the Xbox ROG Ally X replaced my Steam Deck, and I thought my Steam Deck was probably one of the best devices that I had. And then I got the Xbox ROG Ally X, and it completely throws it to the bushes. If you saw my review on Mouse PI for Hire, so I played it on my PlayStation 5 Pro, my Series X, my Xbox ROG Ally X, and my Steam Deck. The best version that I've played is a tie between the PlayStation 5 Pro and the Series X. You really can't see any difference in it. But when it comes to the handhelds, the two handhelds, there's no comparison. The Xbox ROG Ally X blows out the Steam Deck version by leaps and bounds, and it's comparable to a smaller screen version of the two major consoles, right? So I honestly, that thing is absolutely incredible. Happy birthday, Big Mad Mo. Everybody, I want to give Big Mad Mo a shout out. Everybody in the chat, put the lions with the blood in their mouth and the crown in there to say happy birthday to Big Mad Mo. That's my guy. I think tomorrow I'm going to be on Boom Show. Tomorrow I might do the giveaway. I'm going to hit Sovereign up to give me some more games. So I might do the giveaway tomorrow for members. I said I was going to do it before the end of the month is here. So tomorrow might be the giveaway, or it might be Friday. Members, you better tune in. You better be here so you can make that happen. That's going to be a thing. So remember, if you're not a member, you don't get a chance to win. You don't get games. If you're a member over here, you got perks. So, okay, he said, Warriors, let's get it. I said, yo, on the screen, it just looked like Warriors. But over here, Legendary Yobi, I salute you, brother. There we go. Give it up for our brother. Now, getting back to the financials. All right, so based on Microsoft's Q3 2026 earnings report, recently leadership changes. The Xbox division is undergoing a major return to Xbox pivot under new leadership, marked by significant structure and financial changes. The business update as of April 29th, 2026. Remember, PlayStation and Sony's comes out on May 8th. A decline in the hardware revenue. Xbox revenue dropped 32% year over year, continuing a trend of decline in hardware and console sales. That is no surprise. Now, with the new initiative with Asha, do we see a resurgence when it comes to hardware? Do they start to subsidize hardware again in order to have it into all the major retail stores? You see, which won't make sense for me is going into next year. Why do you want to sell a bunch of consoles when you're ramping up looking for your next console? My opinion is this. You build a solid foundation. Like they said, they wanted to stabilize Generation 9. You build a solid foundation. You move forward going into Generation 10. And those people that want to make the leap over, make the leap over. But what you do is you stabilize this generation, because at the end of the day, I don't know how many people is going to be able to afford a Helix. But what you want to do is make sure that you take care of everybody in the series era. This era hasn't reached its peak. This era wasn't given a full shot. And I think past leadership gave up on hardware based upon the higher ups telling them to abandon hardware. Overall gaming decline. Despite record-breaking $82.9 billion in total revenue from Microsoft, the gaming division saw a 9% decline in revenue. Obviously, the thought process in placing games over to the PlayStation did not bear fruit. And this is why Asha's strategy is so dynamic and so robust, is because they shouldn't see a decline in revenue when it comes to software. The gaming division should see a bounty, a boon. Shout out to Web Dave. Dave, I spoke to Addict. He told me that he spoke to you. So all is good and all is well. Game Pass shift and cut prices. Following a user backlash over high prices, Xbox cut the price of Game Pass Ultimate from $29.99 to $22 a month. Call of Duty strategy changed. The future Call of Duty titles will not be available in Game Pass at launch. They will arrive approximately 1 year after release. Now, that is to offset the 9% decline in sale. You got to think about it this way. If they can sell the game, and everybody that's waiting for the game that doesn't care about Call of Duty will get the game in Game Pass the following year. Makes absolute sense. You know why? Because that decline should not be there. When you have, well, 3 of the major titles that's inside the world with Overwatch, Minecraft, and Call of Duty inside your library, you should never have a decline in sales when it comes to software and gaming. Profitability focus. The division is focused on lower margin requirements to give teams more operating freedom, moving away from unrealistic financial targets. Now, that has been substantiated right now. We get a chance to see that in black and white, that Xbox is no longer asking for a 30% return on investment. They're looking at lowering the margins to something that manageable, that is an industry standard. You're looking at maybe 12% to 14%. I think 16% is a sweet spot in which they can actually get to. It's not exactly half, but it's half plus a point. So you can do 16% on return of investment from every developer that you have in-house, and that can actually yield some benefits. You no longer have crunch. You no longer introduce anxiety into the workforce, and then you can also alleviate some of that tension that's there. That way you can get greater products, and guys can actually, concentrate on making great games. The multi-platform success, games on rival platforms, has generated significant revenue, prompting a continued strategy to bring Xbox games to other platforms. Thinking about that idea and that attitude is this. A lot of those games did not actually meet those metrics. So you have to look at what games did. Live service games actually hit those targets. Single player games didn't hit the targets as much as possible. So you're going to see a pullback from single player games going to other places and other devices, where live service games is actually going to give you that revenue return that you're looking for. It kind of makes sense. Actually, it does, when you're coming from how large of a publisher Xbox is and how they already established the pipeline into generating revenue onto these other platforms. You don't want to kill a pipeline. You don't want to kill a cache. But what you want to do is you want to make prudent and smart decisions when it comes to delivering products to other ecosystems that doesn't hurt your brand. All right. So again, leadership strategy. Post-February 2026, new leadership. Asher Sharma took over as CEO of Microsoft Gaming following the retirement of Phil Spencer. Matt Booty promoted to Executive Vice President. A return to Xbox. We have heard this right now. This division is abandoning the Microsoft Gaming umbrella in favor for the core Xbox brand, aiming to return to its roots. We know this. We know that this is the way. It always should have been this way. It never should have been Microsoft trying to supersede what Xbox has built. That's like you having a lemonade stand and you making it successful, but your parents come out and take over and you're like, what the hell? I built this. Now all of a sudden it's the Johnson family, but it was David's lemonade stand. New console announcements. Project Helix, a next-generation console designed to play both Xbox and PC games, was announced on March 5th, 2026, aimed at strengthening the console user base. That's a year away. Stabilizing the current base is exactly the initiative that's inside the building. We've seen it. We know it. We understand it. So again, that's a year away. But having the information put out there that the next-generation console will be next year, give a shout-out to the alien and the lovely Olivia.
At Richai Teresma donated $5 through Super Chat. This is actually a great argument for exclusives. All we heard was how abandoning exclusivity hurt the brand. Can't talk from both sides of her mouth.
No, you definitely can, Richie Torres. Richie Torres, MMA. You definitely can't talk from both sides of your mouth, but abandoning exclusives, I think they wanted to place things over there, and I think they was throwing anything everywhere in order to see if anything stuck, right? When you're flailing, when you're drowning, you're going to start waving your arms, trying to grab anything. I think they got direction. I think now that they're treading water, they actually understand that certain things can't go over there because the brand damage is being done. So again, live service games make sense. At the end of the day, You have these games, you have games like Diablo that need to be on other platforms because you need that level of returning on your investment because Activision puts in a lot of work on these games. So you don't want to take that away from your developers. You want to make sure that your developers get it. But at the same time, Gears didn't do a goddamn thing when it went over there. Don't send it back. The focus on daily active players. The new strategy shifts away from solely hardware sales and towards daily active players as a main yardstick. Remember, we talked about daily active players and monthly active users. Those two metrics are the metrics which data hoarders are needing, right? So when Xbox is selling your data, they can show that the platform is viable. When they're showing shareholders, oh, we have daily active players, and this is what it looks like, and this is how many hours that our players interact with our platform all across the globe, and this is the hours that they log in. And all right, and this is their buying trends, and this is their habits, and this is the screens that they most actively focus on most, or this is the package that they go for the most. A lot of times that they're using movie apps, so they're doing this, that, and the third. So our viability in watching what's really truly happening, we understand now how we can sell to them. That's what that's about. So when it comes for focusing on daily active players, that's where the metric is. Acquisition strategy. Under Asha, the focus on merger and acquisitions is shifting towards smaller studios to accelerate growth. No longer looking at larger publishers, looking at studios that's in trouble. Like we had one studio that was in trouble, the studio that did Greedfall that actually is closing up. Xbox can look over at Greedfall and say, well, what does it fit our mold? I think it actually does. A Western RPG company, Microsoft and Xbox, is trying to be the RPG, a Western RPG home of games, also expanding into Japanese RPGs with the partnerships with Square and the like. We see smaller groups being able to be purchased. It will be a great power move if they were able to go and pick up Blue Point. What about Dead Rising 3? Dead Rising 3 is coming. All right, so key takeaways from this. Xbox is actively reducing Game Pass prices, changing the content strategy to boost subscribers' retention. The brand is doubling down on hardware and upcoming Project Helix, despite the slump in current generation sales, which you saw, we talked about it, they're actively trying to turn that ship around. A return to Xbox initiative aims to re-engage to the traditional fans after a period of intense focus on cloud and mobile strategy. So, if anybody wanted to see the AI overview on whatever the financial was, I brought that to you. If you thought I would be ducking smoke when it comes to Xbox revenue, that's impossible for me to do that. Because at the end of the day, we only go by what's reported and we stick with whatever the facts is. The facts is PlayStation 6 hasn't been announced by Sony. # no PlayStation 6. And until that thing gets out the door, I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. I'm not going to stop until you become an app. But you see the title. You see what we're talking about. Xbox going back to fix back compat. Back compat for some people has been an issue when it comes to 360 games. Certain 360 games aren't working with your current consoles that we have now. And a lot of people are trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Me personally, let's get it. Oh, hey. I love the alien. And the lovely Olivia talking too.
At Richai Teresma donated $5 through Super Chat. Salute King.
Blessings. Now, listen, I'm always going to keep it real. Like, it is what it is. A lot of times people want to, act like, oh, bad news ain't going to happen. Bad news definitely going to happen. And they needed to course correct. We're going to act like they don't, oh, no, Xbox is doing good. Oh, hell no, it wasn't. And definitely wasn't going to be doing good if you're sending your core pillars over to systems that don't deserve it, that don't need it. let them sink or swim on their own. You do the same. You figure out a way to make your stuff better without making their situation more enticing. Because again, if I don't hear anything, I hear this. Why should I have to buy an Xbox if those games go to my PlayStation? And that doesn't give the PlayStation guy any incentive to cross over to buy. For me, if I want to buy Ceros, I buy Ceros. I have a PlayStation, right? If I want to buy a Nintendo game, I buy one. Why? Because I have it. But some people don't have multiple consoles. Some people hobby is I pick this, I play this, I stay here. If I miss it, I miss it, right? And you never introduce FOMO to them if the games is coming to them. So you got to cut that at the source. So when they do have any extra cash, you make your hit exactly when tax season hit. All right? Stuff like that. Get them right before they go to school after they did all their summer money. Be smart, man. Be smart. But I saw Jason Ronald put out a tweet for anybody that's having issues with their back compat on their series consoles. That's the first time I saw that. What CEO hits you and says, or a high level CEO says, yo, if we got a problem, pull up so we can work it out, so we can fix this. Asha said, we looking into this. This Xbox is a different Xbox. This is not the same Xbox. But this is brought to you by Pure Xbox and my man Frazier Gilbert. If you know Frazier Gilbert, tell him the king says hello. Microsoft issues Xbox email address. Oh, hold on. That's not it. Hold on. This is the one I wanted to do. Sorry. We're going to get back to that ad in a second. I apologize. Even though they both look the same, right? They both look. Y'all didn't even think I changed it. Look at that. You didn't even think I changed it, but I did. All right. Xbox continue to actively investigate issues with compatible 360 titles. If you're having problems, you're not alone. And who did it again? Frazier Gilbert. All right. So cannot connect to Xbox Live, select test connection, troubleshoot your connection, more info, hit support. All right, so y'all see the picture, and this is the picture that you're probably going to get. And that ain't going right, especially if it's a title where you're supposed to hit back and pat. Let me see who's texting me, bro. Because if it's the wife. All right, oh, hold on. Yep. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Everybody. Everybody is getting their Summer Game Fest invites, their Fan Fest invites, and a lot of people that we hope to be there are getting in, and it's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so the past couple of weeks, we've been spotting ongoing issues with back compatibility. I want to know if any of you guys had any back compat issues. Let me know, and especially, so check it out. If you don't have a direct conduit to like Jason Ronald or whatever, and if you do have a legitimate back compat issue, you can hit me in the DMs, send me a picture. Yo, King, it's X, Y, and Z. This is my gamer tag. This is the game, and I will make sure that I forward that issue to anybody that actually can do anything if you tried on your end and you getting no results. So in regards to Xbox 360 titles and Xbox Series X in which players are getting an error message, this prevents them from signing into Xbox Live. There's a massive Reddit post about this over at the Xbox support community with over 250 comments to date, and it chronicles the various updates the players have been getting in regards to this issue. Now, I have not went back to try to play any Xbox back compat games at all. I'm not going to sit here and hold you and say, oh, man, I've been trying to run and go play some older games. Have not, did not, and that's not on my menu right now, especially with me playing a lot of NDA games that I got to get through, and I haven't got a chance to play Marvel Rivals in over a week. I'm going crazy. I got withdrawal symptoms on God and them. But again, a lot of times people want to go back to their favorite old game. Please, I want to finish playing Black Myth. So I understand. And I don't make light of anything. If they said that you was able to do it, you should be able to do it, and that's what you purchase your console for. If you purchase your console because you have a huge Xbox library, 360 library, and your game is on the list to be able to play back-a-pat, and you're not being able to do so, well, there we have a big problem. But I think maybe that's where the conversation comes in with them talking about getting rid of Xbox Live. Xbox Live itself was a major issue. Probably removing that and making multiplayer games free on the platform, maybe that introduces something. Maybe they're trying to craft something in order to make that a possibility. I'm been hearing rumblings about it, but I don't know how they do it. And it's not my job to figure out how for them to do their job. They get paid six figures, to figure out or 6 or 7 figures to figure out what's going on here. I don't. All right. So again, what they need to do is figure out how they can remove the online stuff when it comes to back and pat. But that's where the problem is. That's where we are in this whole digital era. That's when we was talking about the whole check-in process, and everybody was having a shit fit when it came to Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 and the supposed DRM then. These consoles will always try to impose a level of DRM. What they were trying to do was lock your game down to your console, and that effectively would have killed off GameStop. You got to look at who's the beneficiary and who isn't. GameStop, with the secondhand market, was going to be immediately defunct. But think about this. Think about fighting back against that level of DRM, right? When we fought back against that level of DRM, the whole plan in place was to be able to buy your games and sell back your digital game to Xbox. You was going to be able to have a digital copy of a game, and a value would be set at it, like you purchase it at $50-something, right? I'm just saying. And a value of sale was something like $15, $20. You would be able to sell back that game, your digital game. It will be removed from your library, but then you will have that cash in order to use that cash to go buy more games. And effectively removing GameStop. What happened was it was so poorly talked about that none of that stuff came to pass. That whole controlling their digital storefront, in a sense that their digital licenses, that aspect of it, it's going to happen down the road. That selling your digital games is going to be a thing, because right now you just got games that you don't use. So if you think about it, let's say you have at least 200-300 games that you just bought digitally that you don't play, that you can sell to get more games. That's fire. You can't sell digital games to GameStop. You see, but now you have a graveyard of digital games. So they were looking at it in that aspect, and it would only have hurt GameStop. At the same time, when the fight back happened, Xbox went Microsoft went and invested inside GameStop because they knew that they were going to be around longer than anticipated. They were trying to get rid of GameStop last generation. It didn't happen. PlayStation was on board with it too. And let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you how they was on board with it. I'm going to tell you how they was on board with it. Former PlayStation boss said, "We did not want to make fun of Xbox in PlayStation game sharing video." Shohei knew what PlayStation was up to, right? They was up to the same stuff Xbox was up to. But this was pure genius. This was actually won them a generation. Because listen, you got to look at the lineup, the launch lineup. The PlayStation 4 launch lineup compared to the Xbox One launch lineup was no comparison. Xbox One had the better games. You had the Dead Rising. You had what was that? Rise, Son of Rome. You had these games. You had games. PlayStation didn't. You know, they didn't have the games that can actually compete. That's when they were, we're going to worry about indie games. But, all right, so here we go. So the key takeaways, and this story is brought to you by Scott McAfee, right, over at Games Radar. The key takeaways. The intention of the video, former PlayStation President Shohei Yoshida says that the PlayStation 4 gaming serial video was not meant to mock Xbox, but quickly explain PlayStation 4 features amid questions about Xbox DRM. The iconic moment, the video showed Yoshida passing Killzone's Shadowfall to Adam Boyes with a simple thanks, creating a memorable PlayStation 4 versus Xbox One moment during E3 2013. Today, the irony today, Sony now enforces a 30-day DRM similar to Xbox One's original plan, making the old video unintentionally relevant again today. This conversation here is actually the truth. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Shadowfall was probably one of the best Killzones that came out. But they were in bed to do the same exact thing. It's just going to be a period of time before these guys actually show their hand. They have all these spreadsheets based upon how much money that they would make, what level of retention that they would have, based upon that, how much of your data that they can sell and where they can make the money at. They all do it. So when Xbox got vilified for it, Shohei understood and unintentionally did this incredible video, which was actually a viral moment, but it wasn't to actually mock Xbox. It was actually just to show, listen, man, listen, you're able to do it here. We don't need that backlash. They might be able to recover from it. We won't. They are right back at it again, being sneaky. And what I say is, if we don't hold them, their feet to the fire, then what happens, right? Xbox comes in there. Xbox is doing it. Xbox is under a lot of different type of scrutiny, and they're trying to right their ship. So I don't think they're trying to do anything right now. But the whole idea was to get rid of GameStop. GameStop was making boatloads of revenue at the end of the day on the resale market. And reselling your games was taking away the revenue, because PlayStation and Xbox doesn't see any of that resale value. They don't see that money. So eliminate this company, take over their business model by making our digital games ours, because it doesn't affect Walmart, it doesn't affect Best Buy, it doesn't affect Target, because they don't do reselling of games. But it does affect GameStop. GameStop came and made a market on the backs of the ingenuity of console manufacturers and game developers. And they made a secondhand market in which only people that served that purpose, that survived there, was GameStop. They intrinsically pushed themselves into a market where now they made themselves a viable player. They sell new and used products. Yes, those companies make money off the new stuff, but the used stuff they don't see a cent from. And that's the issue. So Xbox wanted to make sure that they circumvented them. PlayStation wanted to make sure that they circumvented them. We're back at it again. Now, maybe we do, because listen, anytime you get online to play your games, anytime you turn your games on, you're online. So let's stop acting like online isn't a thing. The problem is locking me out of my game after 30 days of, let's say I didn't get online. Let's say something went wrong. That shouldn't be a thing. If I purchased it, it should be mine digitally. And you should be able to buy, sell, and trade your digital libraries, which we would have been at, but we're not there yet based upon a lot of the language. They got to fix it, and it's going to get there. But you know what's going to get there? And I'm seeing it day to day, especially if you're a publisher. If you're a publisher and Xbox was at GDC, they're making sure that you are making games and being able to develop them, but publishing your games seems to be the biggest thing. Easier game publishing with Game Package Manager. A closer look at how we're making it easy to manage packages and publish them on Xbox. This is brought to you by Clint Warren, Principal Program Manager at Team Xbox. Now, this week's the Game Package Manager will start rolling out automatically for all Xbox developers currently configuring or adding products to publish to Xbox, replacing the current Microsoft Partner Center module for packages. Understand the branding and the naming is changing, right? What up, Crispy Bomb, my dude? No longer is Microsoft in the front of anything. And we're going to get into that as well because, again, Xbox is taking back the identity from Microsoft. Microsoft tried to co-opt Xbox's hard work, where Microsoft wasn't looking at Xbox because they felt Xbox wasn't big enough for the large table at Thanksgiving. When they outsold their darling Windows, well, then Xbox became the darling. And then all the scrutiny and pressure was put on Xbox, and we are where we are. But now Xbox is taking back their power. The Game Package Manager gives you a cleaner way to upload packages, review certifications and validation status, manage branches, and track your publishing history, all in one place. Your existing packages, certification, the pipeline, and publishing history are not affected. Before, there was so many hiccups when it came to publishing your games on Xbox that streamlining this makes absolute sense, especially when you're trying to unify both storefronts. That's why you no longer have a Game Pass app. You have an Xbox app. You see, no longer is it everything separate when it comes to Xbox. They're unifying it, especially with that Helix coming out. It's a reason why it's a PC, a console hybrid, because they're linking everything to one. So when you make a game on one, that game works for all. But it has to make sure that all the languages are working together. Game Package Manager also is the foundation upon which we will add features to improve publishing workflows. More announcement coming this year. We will explain those features in details. The complete rollout will take a few weeks. If you do not see the new interface right away, you will see so soon. And this is where the game package is and the manager stuff and like that goes. I like to bring this stuff to individuals that are sitting watching the video and trying to figure out, how do I, one, develop a game? How do I, two, get a chance to publish the game? And how do I, three, start to cultivate my audience and deliver and make money? Listen, you're not going to just come to this channel and we're not just going to talk video games. We're going to talk economics. We're going to talk deliverables. We're going to talk management. We're going to talk growth. Pause. But we're going to talk these things because, again, I think my crowd is intelligent enough and we need to talk about this stuff. All right, so in talking about Xbox taking back their power from Microsoft, well, Microsoft issues Xbox email addresses as part of strengthening the Xbox identity. This is brought to you by my man Fraser Gilbert at Pure Xbox. This is huge. Okay, so what happens is, you would have a Microsoft email as a Microsoft employee. You're not separate when it comes to Microsoft and Xbox. But what they're showing you now is Xbox is its own identity. We are not the same. We operate in a different capacity, and we want to be identified as Xbox. That makes me feel better. Because before, the fear was Microsoft and Windows games was going to take over the Xbox division and just let Xbox go away. With separating that Windows and and Microsoft Windows email and having an Xbox email, this makes a whole sense. We heard a lot of recently about Asha Sharma trying to initiate the return to Xbox. While this isn't a major revelation of anything, The Verge Tom Warren says Xbox email addresses are playing a part in that. According to Tom Warren, Microsoft is issuing Xbox email addresses to all of its gaming employees with an internal memo describing the change as being part of strengthening the Xbox identity inside and outside of Microsoft. The new Xbox email address will replace an existing @Microsoft.com address as a default way to send new emails, and employees will be able to opt out and keep their Microsoft email address as a default send from address instead. It's a complete overhaul when it comes to what we're seeing now. This is the first time I've seen a console, a brand, really reverse course. This is a complete 180 from the conversations that we were having before. This is what we asked for Xbox to be taken serious, for Xbox voice to be heard. And as the voice of Xbox, us, the consumer, this is elating. A lot of times we feel that we're not being looked at, we're not being heard, and we're being bypassed in favor for the PC. But little did you know, the PC has to bend the knee to us. The original Xbox dashboard returns as a full console experience for Windows, Mac, and Linux. This story is brought to you by Adam Hales. It's a 2-minute read, and I'm going to give you the key takeaways of it. The cross-platform experience, the original Xbox dashboard has been fully reconstructed by Team UIX and now runs on Windows, Macs, and Linux, offering a complete console-like experience. So if you haven't had the Xbox full screen experience, Xbox mode that has rolled out this April, go check that out. If you do game on PC, the game integration. Users can link Steam games manually, add their titles using tools like Tile Maker, making it more than just like a launcher. Early access nostalgia is still an early development. Expect bugs and performance issues, but it delivers a strong nostalgic feel for fans of the original console. Again, before Helix hits, Xbox themselves and Microsoft are making sure that experience that you're having on your PC, where you just take your controller and you're navigating through the dashboard, no longer using a mouse and a keyboard, is second nature. And they're starting off, and we talked about back compat, but what better way to bring the past to the future than to allow you to start it off again? Now, we talked about this before. And we explained that Asha said at one time, do you want to see Blades back? I told you if it's a rumor, it's true. Asha just brought Blades back. You don't see the significance in this, but the Blades are brought back, and it's brought back in Xbox mode. We're sitting here trying to figure out day to day what the hell Xbox is going to do. What new mountain are they going to climb? And what new way are they going to kick the pony square in the gonads? And today, in a day that I didn't think that I would know that Blades are back, but Blades are back. I haven't started up my PC in Xbox mode because this is my workspace right here, right? I have another one upstairs. Shout out to HyperX, Omen, and HP. And y'all about to see that soon. But at the end of the day, Xbox is going to invade your PC space. It's going to invade your gaming space. It's going to invade your handheld space. Asha says, the Empress, we're going to go where gamers are. Wherever you game, be it your handheld, be it your gaming PC, be it your console, they're going to be right there. Every step of the way, you're going to understand that Xbox is the alpha and the omega. We've asked for a long time for Xbox to act like the 800-pound gorilla they are. And it seems that they have woken up with a severe bite force that is forcing the competition to bend the knee. Well, this is Xbox Frontline News. If you have back compatibility issues, hit me up. Hopefully I can help. Screenshot, gamer tag, game, issue. See what we can do. I'll pass that on if you don't have a direct connect. If you went to Microsoft and Xbox and you didn't hear anything, I'll just throw it in the pile, shovel it over, and say, hey, this is what I found. Because again, if it can be fixed for us, it's best, right? So if you got the issue, maybe somebody else got the issue. And if they can fix the issue for you, then maybe you can evangelize it and talk about it and then fix the issue for others. See, the best thing is word of mouth. But I want you to do what I'm going to try to do. What you should be doing is I want you to go with game is game and win is win. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on Mr. Boomstick, 12 noon. I want you to come check that out because I haven't hung out with the homie in a long period of time. And we've been trying to figure out how to make it happen. But tomorrow is going to be the day. Now, I don't know if tomorrow we're going to do the giveaway for members or it's going to be Friday. It might be one bang out, Fight Night Friday. Because we do have Invincible Versus showing up. And I did reach that goal for Guilty Gear Strive, and we're going to be having that. And we do got Krauser over at City of the Wolves, and we do have Street Fighter 6. So again, everything is up, and it's all a show. It might be a 2-hour show, 3-hour show with Fight Night Friday lasting 2 hours. You never know how it's going to go. But what I can tell you is I want you to try to play the Game Pass. Now, I told you before you play the Game Pass, I got the best intros in the building. And if you think somebody got a better intro than mine, well, I'm going to tell you to put them up.
What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but you what said you claim it. It's that Xbox. Spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling. Moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much making a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it a saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but you what said you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Said what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?